I set out to discover why photographers and filmmakers are falling back in love with vintage cameras. Whether it be 8mm or 35mm film and their cameras, or everyone's favorite right now, the dad cam, also known as the camcorder. I was gifted this camcorder from my mother-in-law, and I was so excited to figure out why we loved this vintage look. But right off the bat, there was a problem. This is a tape camcorder, meaning it only reads tape, and I have no way of converting that. And the SD card slot that it has simply doesn't work. I've now done some research, and it looks like I may simply be able to plug the camera in and get the footage off of the tapes, but it's too late for that. So in order to answer the question as to why photographers and filmmakers are falling back in love with this vintage look, I had to go a different route. My name is Andrew, you can call me Pooch, and I would like to welcome you to the Less Lonely channel, and to my solution. Enter the Nikon Coolpix. This 14-year-old camera and the footage it captured literally made me weep. We are going to get to that in a second. The Nikon Coolpix was released to be a fun, sleek, sexy alternative to larger bodied cameras, especially when you were out on the go, at parties, on vacation. Look, if you're a millennial, you know everything about this camera because the millennial god himself, Ashton Kutcher, sold it to us. So now that I had the camera that I wanted to use, I was ready to start creating my version of a home movie to figure out why we love this look. But of course, with old tech comes a few problems. Another one! This camera is so freaking old. Its quality is not going to be better than an iPhone. And the SD card that it came with can only hold 4 gigabytes. Look at the SD card that I use for my professional cameras compared to this one. Good thing the file sizes are baby. They're very small. There was only one more problem with this camera that I was going to have to address before I started filming. The LCD screen is weak, it's faded out, I can't really make out what I'm shooting at certain angles. So with all of these obstacles in the way, it really just had to boil down to me grabbing the camera, hitting record, and going for it. I had to leave all of my preconceived notions of how to make a movie, how to make a film, how to shoot video, and throw it all out, and I had to get into the moment. Using this camera may be the most present I've ever been while filming something. And the results, well, we all know how they got me in my feels.
You taking video?
We're almost there. We've been in the car for 9 hours. We're almost done. And then we're gonna get to the beach. Hotel. Is it bedtime? As well. That got me. Damn. So I was immediately transported back to a time that was innocent, simple, and pure. I could see late night sleepovers with me and friends and this little camera, making home movies, telling jokes, pranking older sisters. I couldn't help but have a big stupid grin on my face while I used the thing. And as I watched, I was brought even further into another memory. And that was memories of me growing up and watching these home movies my mom and dad would film. Being an adopted kid, there's a lot of things that I don't always remember about my childhood, and so to be able to go back and watch this footage, to see the people who've loved on me, who've cared for me, to hear mom or dad talking behind the camera to me, just brought back something really deep inside of me. And with all of these emotions and thoughts from past to present to then future, I just started to cry.
Unzip me!
It got me, guys. And as I wiped my face after viewing it on the projector, I had to answer the question now. Why do we love this type of footage? Why do we love these vintage cameras? My perspective, it's a gateway into the past. It's an immediate tap into nostalgia. Our memories may not be reliable, but the good ones that we have and the ones that we've been able to capture on video really bring us back to those moments in time. I think it reminded me of the loss of those moments. You can never go back. So you have this moment right now, but also you have the future. And I think that's the second thing that really spoke to me as to why we love these cameras and the footage they produce, is that it's like a telescope into the future of what it may be like for others to view the footage we've captured. Familiarity, warmth, peace, happiness. These are all emotions that I felt when watching this footage. And I think that the more we feel those things, the better we feel as people. And that's probably a huge reason why we fall in love with this type of footage, with these type of cameras, and why brands, businesses, other people, all we want to do is recreate those emotions. Now, I want to recommend something to you. If you felt connected to this story, if this style of photography and filmmaking here on YouTube inspires you to create, and if the overall vibe of the video helped you feel a little less lonely as a creative and a photographer, then this would be the time to subscribe. So if you're hoping to recapture the nostalgia from the past while also dreaming about what it may look like to rewatch this footage in the future, this powerful little camera can be found on eBay for like 40 bucks, I believe, then this is a really, really fun and special way to do it. All right, I'll see you in the next one. Peace.
97. Say goodbye.